Oh, hello. Right. Hello, Ben. It's Ken here. Mike has asked me to quickly do this for you. For him, let me quickly go back into the tickets and try and see if we can pick up. And I really do appreciate the time and effort that you're putting into to try and resolve this because this has been taking a long, long time. And we're absolutely at a situation now that we cannot, as I say, even promote and market the site. Quickly, I don't want to take too much of your time, and I'll try and keep this video as short as possible. Right, regarding Elementor, that's good to hear that Elementor is used by other customers and it should work with your system. Right, can we get try? Absolutely, if we can get this working, it'd be fantastic. Right, regarding the CDN with the subdomain points to the CDN last, let me explain what I'm talking here. Can you please give me some information that I quite understand? Right, let us quickly go into the here and go back into the metrics report. So we're going to go into the last minute breaks report. Okay. This report is definitely looking at it at the moment. It doesn't have everything. The waterfall shows there's hardly any images in here, and it doesn't actually even show there's a video in here. And there's obviously supposed to be a video in here as well. Um, Nothing like that. The other thing we are picking up here as well, and while we're on this video, is to show you there's a lot of cancelled posts. Why I don't know why. Why does it say cancel CDN last minute travel breaks? And the point of question that we've been talking about, last minute breaks is the domain. Why is it pointing to cdn.lastminutetravelbreaks.com? I don't understand that, nor does Mike. So that's something. Hopefully, we can get some understanding there. The summary, but look at the summary here. It is 852 kilobytes. This should not be. Uh, it should be if we go back and quickly go back into. Let me just go back out of here. So okay, that's the last minute break. So now let me go back into here. Okay, let's have a look at one of the subdomains. And the subdomain here, which you'll have a look here. And the reason I'm actually going onto a subdomain, as Mike explained, let me quickly open this up. Right. Okay, sorry, let's rather open up the, hopefully it's that one there. Okay, this is the one for last minute breaks, UK Southeast England. I think it explains the reason why that we're specifically using because each one has each subdomain has their own local directory. Okay, getting back to this. This is a subdomain, as you can see. The subdomain has 4.87 megabytes, so it's impossible that the actual main site of Last Minute Breaks has, under 1 megabyte. Okay, don't worry about that. Let's go back into the waterfall. We go into the waterfall here. It's pointing, the CDN is pointing to lastminutebreaks.uk. And it is a subdomain, no doubt, of last minute breaks. However, when you go into the actual last minute breaks, um, the analysis report is pointing to cdn.lastminutetravelbreaks.com. That's, as I say, it's just not making any sense. And one of the things we have picked up as well with all of the analysis reports, the favicon, for some unknown reasons, don't know why, it shows 0 bytes, but we're having a 5.6 seconds delay here. It's been blocked. This is making a massive impact on the actual. And the font here, I would have thought this font would have been picked up by it's the CDN. Okay, so that's on the CDN side. Let's quickly go into. So, okay, the question that you have raised was yes. So the CDN is pointing. Excuse me. Let me go back into. Which we're going to do now again. Go back into this one here, which is last minute breaks. Here we are. And to say this is not a true reflection, not a true reflection at all. This waterfall is not accurate, not accurate. However, we are here, and we just excuse me about that. Sorry. As I say, I don't know why these are cancelled, but anyway, I just to mention to you while we're on here, the favicon here is a 302. So why is it not a 200? And all these have failed. Okay, all these have failed within. This is now last minute breaks. I can't understand why these fonts have and that's been cancelled. They're all being that's failed. That's cancelled. I would have thought that the CDN would have picked this up automatically. However, probably what the situation here is that it is pointing. The CDN is on a lost track here, probably because it's trying to find. CDN is a pre to the last minute travelbreaks.com, when surely I would have thought that it should be looking for last minute breaks.uk.com. So that's the thing there, and that this does not make sense. Okay, now it says that it's 1.44 megabytes here, but on the summary it doesn't indicate anything like that at all. So that 1.5 seconds, no, that's definitely not as what it is. Okay, let me just go quickly if I can, and I'm just going to just thank you for that. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to go into the last minute travelbreaks.com, into the analysis and see what actually the difference here is. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so here we've got 1.2. If it's that, I'd be very, very happy. But I don't think it is. It is 4.52. So, okay, last minute breaks, last minute travel breaks is 1.2, TBT of 609 milliseconds, 19 milliseconds. Great. Okay, but we look at the waterfall here. There we are. This is going to cdn.lastminutetravelbreaks.com, and hence the reason that I do believe at 5.12 megabytes that we're getting a performance factor of on an LCP of 1.2 seconds. That's fabulous if that's the case. But again, this points the evidence to just to show you here. Okay, there should be. Let's look at the assets on this one here. Okay, the fonts are fantastic. Fonts are G-static. Yeah, G-static. Okay, we'll look at the fonts on last minute breaks. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, but let's actually have a look at the one of, that's taking too long. Sorry, let's get back on here. I think it's this one. No, not that one. This one. It's this one. We're going to find it now. Here we are. Last minute breaks. Waterfall. We've, as I mentioned a minute ago, we've got these fonts now all over the place. Okay, and the reason I think it is because, and I get back to the same thing. Maybe I'm harping on the same thing all the time, but I get back to the same thing here, is which it's looking for a CDN which is not really for the domain. So hopefully that clarifies it. And as Mike mentioned, that whatever happens in the last minute breaks site is going to reflect. We go back into the last minute break site. Okay. That's broken straight away. That's not how it should look. So something's horribly wrong here now. That's not how the last minute break site should look like at all. And that is that is exactly what's happened. The theme has broken out here completely, and that is why, and that substantiates what I was saying, is why. I mean, it's not even near it. Let's just quickly, if we can, go to put this in a new window. So something is breaking the theme here. This purely shows the evidence. It purely shows the evidence that this is not how the theme, how this page, front page, should look. So it's broken. It's a broken front page. I mean, as you can see, this is just an inner page of of the actual site. So something's horribly wrong there, and that is why if we look at last minute breaks, these figures here, this is not that's not conducive to what it should be because it's the theme is broken completely. So I mean, we'll do a while I'm here. Let's quickly go on here and do a. Let's go on here and let's go for lastminutebreaks.uk.com. Let's go for quick edge caching and there we go. 1111. Okay, purge everything. Now it's got nothing to do with the browser because otherwise, if it was the browser, I'm sure you'd agree with me on that. It it would change. It would not look like this. Wow, that's horrible. That's horrible. We look at last minute travel breaks while we're here. Last minute. Okay, last minute. Travel breaks.com. Okay, got the right. Okay, as you can see, this is the sort of what it on the lines of this. It's not exactly, no doubt, obviously, but I mean, okay, it's the theme should look like is what it is. So we go in here finally, and just quickly go on here and go into web admin. And see this theme hasn't swapped itself over for some unknown reason. I'm not sure it's going to pick this up. No, it hasn't. Okay, just bear with me for a second. Let me just go in here and pick it up quickly. Last minute breaks, UK.com password. Okay, let's go back in here, throw that in there. So we are in incognito, as you obviously can see. Okay, let's quickly have a look at the appearance and go and have a look at the themes. Now, the theme is exactly what it should be. It is Eclipse and it's version 2. Yep, so I am mystified right now because it's broken the theme. And I will just, while I'm here, let's just go back into this quickly and let's just deactivate the automata. No, simply disable. Just deactivate. Okay, so I've deactivated the. What it's supposed to. It hasn't done it. What is it doing? Yes, it is. It's doing it. Okay, so I have the automize. Only reason we put it in there because, as I say, we weren't getting any good readings for the speed node. Just put it. You can see there's anything got to do with it. Finally, let's just do a quick. What's the name? While we're about it here, I'm going to clear the cache and Rocket. Right, cleared the cache in the Rocket. Let's see if there's anything. Last minute travel break, but not the last minute travel break. See, it's back on that again. Finally, the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to go back here and I'm going to go back into plugins. I'm going to deactivate WP Rocket. That's fine. No, just deactivate. Okay, deactivated it. I am now going to clear the stack quickly. Now, in all intents and purposes, that should have brought the theme back. Would have thought so. Aha. See, that is what the theme should look like. Okay. So now if we take that and let's go into GTmetrix. Okay, and let's do a quick analysis and see. Now we should get a genuine analysis. I mean, really, if we can get good enough speed rating just with 20i stack cache and web optimization, I'm over the moon. Instead of having to add these additional plugins like Rocket and Tominize and Asset Cache Cleanup and all those. And the only reason we put those together was to try and do a bundle to make sure we can get some better results here. Let's stop this for a second. Right, okay, I'll just quickly come back here, and as you can see, it doesn't even do an analysis. So the Lighthouse, it times out CPU idle period because there is no other optimization plugins that can assist in helping us move. Okay, enough of that. Thank you so much again, Ben. I am going to pop this video up onto the cloud. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, but I do believe that I had to do this for you so that I can explain it as best as I can. Thank you again. Really appreciate this. Thank you.